Hello, my name is Vickie Budden and I'm an acupuncturist and highly specialized in fertility treatment. Over the past 2 decades, I've treated more than 20,000 women, helping them along their journey to motherhood. I am the founder of the largest fertility expo in Scandinavia, and I work and have my daily practice out of a large fertility center in Copenhagen. At this center, I work alongside doctors and nurses, and actually some of the doctors there were the ones who created the first IVF child in Denmark. So I'm very specialized and highly involved in the medical Western part of fertility treatment, and have a deep and integrated knowledge of the Chinese medical aspects of infertility. The women that I see tend to be older. They have perhaps prior been through a number of fertility treatments, and when they come to see me, they are frustrated, they're sad. I have spent thousands and thousands of hours listening to and talking to and guiding my women on their emotional roller coaster that we all know it can and will be going through fertility treatment. The feelings that they tend to have range from sadness, despair, frustration, shame, and even as bad as guilt was this a child for me? I had a termination in my early teens, and was this my only opportunity to ever become a mum? And I even have a few, thank God, only a few, that have mentioned suicide. So I am very involved and have very deep and inside knowledge to how difficult it can be and how frustrating and what an emotional toll it takes on both the mind and the spirit and the body going through and needing to have fertility treatment. And the truth of the matter, of course, as we all know, is that biologically we were designed to have a child when we were 15, be a grandmother when we were 30, and be a great-grandmother when we were 45. Now, this day and age, this does not happen. Our society is not like that. It's not geared for that. And sometimes I tend to say, thank God for that, because we would not be, first of all, none of us would be the person that we are today, and perhaps not as qualified a mother and as determined a mother and as much wanting the child as the women that really tend to have to work quite a bit to get to their dream goal of having their dream child. So also what happens is that unfortunately the older we get, the more specialized treatment is often called for, and the more expensive it tends to get. So and sometimes what also happens that that people that you go through a lot of these fertility treatment, egg retrievals, and it takes its toll on the mind and on the body and on the ovaries and on the finances. So all of this is just one treatment after the other. And this is what frustrates me, is that I feel so sorry for these women, because I know that there is a solution, there is creating a plan and having a plan of taking care of all the aspects, both the physiological and the emotional and the psychological aspects. So I tend to say is that it's like when you want to run a marathon, you don't decide the night before. You don't decide well in advance. You buy the right shoes, you prepare, you sleep, you take the right food and supplements and nutrition, and you also work on your mindset, because as I often say, it's like no Olympic athlete would be at a starting line and having a thought in his mind saying, perhaps, maybe I will finish. I don't really believe in it, but perhaps I will. This is not a winner mindset. So we have to believe in it, and I will say to my women, we will believe in it until it's proven and we don't believe it anymore. No halfway, like you cannot be half wet, you cannot be half pregnant, of course, either. You have to believe in it, you have to put your all into it, and what helps is that having this plan, my fertility plan 360, is taking care of all the aspects. So it's something that I wish that I had when I was suffering from infertility when I was younger. I wish that I would have had somebody fighting my corner like I fight the corner of my patients, because nobody was there to teach me what I will teach you at my online course. Nobody was there, and unfortunately for me, it turned out that it was too late, and I get up and dream of having a say and making a difference in other women's lives, that they should not end up in my situation of not getting their dream child. So I vowed and made it my plan and my ambition in life to help as many women as possible through my plan make informed choices that can create their destiny, that can create their fertility, and that can change their mindset, and so in order for you and them to be proactive in their process. This fertility 360 plan that I created has previously only been reserved to my one-on-one clients and patients, but we've all been through the COVID situation here in the world, and for some it entails that they either dare not or have been locked up at home and dare not venture out and go to see their regular acupuncturist. And I'm not saying that my acupressure program is instead of acupuncture, but it is something that you can do and that you can implement at home. And it is a DIY protocol that can enhance your fertility. So we take care of all the aspects. It's like if you have a bucket with many holes, if you put your finger, if you just take care of one aspect, you put your finger, the water will always drain out of the other holes. Whereas my plan encompasses it all, hence the name 360. So the emotional side of it, the psychological side of it, the physiological side of it, taking care of it all. I see some of my women, they could have perhaps, they could have suffering from endometriosis. A lot of women suffer from PCOS, and that needs a specialist who knows which protocol to implement. I have had the pleasure, as I said, of treating all these thousands of women, and my greatest story would be one of my ladies who had been through several IVF trials, and she had even been twice for egg donation abroad. She was 46 when she came and beginning of 46 when she came and saw me, and she ended up actually conceiving naturally, giving birth at 47 to a completely healthy, young, lovely, beautiful baby girl. This is not just a one-off. Of course, it does not happen like this all the time, but it's just to tell you that it does make a difference to be proactive in your process, to do the things that you can do at home, in order to change the path. It's like, also I like pictures. I like to explain in a metaphorical way. If you're a super tanker and you are sailing over the oceans, if you put a slightly different course on the compass, right then you don't see the huge difference. But when you sail over the oceans, you will end up in a very different destination that you had originally anticipated. So what I'm offering is this fertility plan 360, where we take care of all the aspects of your fertility. It will be an online course, and it will be myself and my team of experts that I do bring in. It will range all the way from the, of course, understanding and being taught of what can acupuncture do, what does acupressure do, and how to implement it, and when in your cycle are specific points in place to use, and when should you not be using specific points, because depending on where you are in your cycle, if you might be pregnant, there will be points that you will not be using. So also depending on whether you're going through IVF or IUI, if you're trying to conceive at home, or if you are preparing yourself and your body and your mind for an egg donation program and plan, it's of vital importance that you implement these tools and thereby creating a better outcome for yourself and your forthcoming baby. So I will also teach you how to DIY program and treat yourself in early pregnancy, and what you can do all the way until you actually do give birth. How to soothe the morning sickness, and various aspects of what it entails to be a woman and going through fertility treatment. So I very much recommend for you to download the brochure or to book a one-on-one call with me, which is for free, so we can assess if we should work together, if we're right for one another, if I can help you, and if you are prepared to fully commit into making a difference in your own life and in your fertility journey. I can't wait to talk to you, and please do subscribe to the link below or book a one-on-one session with me. Speak to you soon, and have a wonderful day and make the most of this expo. This is an amazing opportunity for you to gather as much information on your fertility and how to enhance your fertility journey. Bye for now.